What's up, everyone? This is BigPowner, and I'm going to talk a little bit about sextant farming. Just give you the basics. Um, so, necessarily, if I'm in this situation where I've got, sets of sextants done and I've farmed a couple areas, so there's no modifiers on a couple sets of my stones, and then I have full sets. Do I just run all of the sextants until they're completely out to redo them? The answer is no. Why would I not run all of my sextants? Because unless I have a really good combination, I don't know if I'm going to use all of these sextants. So I've obviously taken and ran certain ones, and then I have combinations, that, they're just all mediocre basically. But there's some stuff in them that could be used. Oh, this one I guess I haven't finished. Um, so this one I would finish because the thing that we're never going to do is we're never going to put three with a one because then we're gonna wind up with some twos and it's just gonna mess everything up. So I would run this last one. But I've got a couple sets here. I have a good sextant right here, the Legion. Adding Legion to it. Even if you were to only look at the price through Xana for those, that would be 18 Chaos as a Watchstone. But by itself, it's just basically something to add to a map. So I would go ahead and roll my open watchstones. Hey, sweet, Nemesis monsters. Um, and then I'm going to see what I have. Hey, so I just actually wound up with the best combination in the game. Unfortunately, they're in the same spot. Oh, wait, no, they're not. Sweet. Well, I'm about to make a bunch of currency. um, So basically, what you're gonna do is when you run out three on a set of watchstones, then you want to resextant them and then try and make the best possible combination. In this case, I'm gonna be juicing up. Uh, Nemesis is going to. Oh, dang it! They are together. Oh wait, no, they aren't. There we go. Okay, sweet. I was almost really disappointed. Sometimes hovering over it, you think you're looking at one, you're looking at the other one. Um, So this is the best combination in the game. And, I don't have all of the perfect stuff to add to it because we got area contains extra haunted traders. That is not good with that set of combinations. Um, 10 additional packs. That could go in there. What do I have here? 10 additional packs, but then I can look at my stones and see what else is going to be good. That's not good for this. Oh, there's a 2. So once I've hit them to twos, that's a place where these are already set up for farming. Um, so like on this one, I believe this was a strong. Oh no, this was just a burn farm. Well, Red Queen burn farm. Red Queen you normally do by yourself because you can't use it with other strong box modifiers. Because for the Red Queen you want to have all fragments in there, and for like other strong box farming you at least want to have your strongbox scarab. So if I were to add more strongbox type farming stuff to that, then I wouldn't be able to maximize the red queen, and I also wouldn't be able to maximize. Well, it would be a trade-off. I'd either not be maximizing the red queen, or I'd not be maximizing my strong boxes. So obviously, those types of combinations, we have red queen. It's basically just add other stuff to it and run it. Um, but for this one, normally I like to have guaranteed 5 packs. Guaranteed 5 pack, which I don't have. So actually, I'm not even going to run these yet. Why is it that I'm not going to run it yet? Those two modifiers are two of the rarest modifiers. I'm going to explain to you how this one works. So if you find these two, you can save them. If you guys watched the stream on Friday, you guys saw how I farmed the Nemesis. Um, You could save Nemesis until you have Hardbringers. Oh wait, All right, there's my Hardbringers. Um, and you guys saw, if you watched on Friday, how good the Nemesis Monsters is. And, if you just watched my previous videos, what was I saving the maps for? 16. Um, I had 2 saved up for this on Promenade. So, I'm actually going to craft more maps. But I saved this. Why did I save this? Because it's 150 quantity and it attracts monsters from beyond. So now with this modifier, then what I would do is I would put it into Einhar, which is going to add even more rare monsters. And then in this, I would add Nemesis to it because the Sextant modifier for this one is causes them to every Nemesis monster drops 3 additional currency shards. So this is like my money roll on this set of Sextants. So I want to make it as good as possible. This is also another rare one. These are both rare modifiers. They can be ran by themselves and be really profitable, but if you can get them together, they're super profitable. The additions I would use for this, first of all, since we have Harbingers, we're obviously going to be adding Harbinger Scarabs. I'll probably actually buy better ones. Probably go with whatever one is the best bang for the buck, which normally is not the gilded. I've ran out of my gildeds. Um, I haven't hit the scarab farming in a little while, so my scarabs are getting burned out. Um, so picking my Harbinger scarabs are normally really expensive, and they're normally so expensive on the gilded ones that there's no way you're ever going to get your investment back out of it. So I'm using this as an example. So the Gilded Harbinger Scarab is 18 Chaos. The Polished is 4.6, so 5 Chaos. The thing that you have to think is the only difference between a Rusted to a Polished is 1 Harbinger. Polished to Gilded is 1 more. So basically, I would be paying 13 extra Chaos for 1 more Harbinger. In this case, Harbingers are really strong. And why are they really strong? Because what do Harbingers do? They summon a bunch of monsters. And a bunch of those monsters, if I have Nemesis on it with the combination of Nemesis monsters drop 3 additional currency items, a lot of those monsters are going to be dropping 3 additional currency items. So it makes those Harbingers even more valuable. Plus, they're going to be dropping, more currency shards. So that combination is really powerful because we're farming 2 things that work well together, and we're getting like bonus currency on top of bonus currency. This is a super, super currency heavy combination. I can expect between 2 to 4 exalts from the Nemesis monsters, and then I'm also going to have all my currency shards, which those are kind of really random. Even on really high quantity rarity maps, sometimes I'll get a bunch of exalt shards, and sometimes I'll just get a bunch of shit. Um, and this season, the only fragments that are really that valuable are the Exalted Orb shards and the Ancient Orb shards. But Ancient Orb shards are really valuable because, my last set of 10 Ancient Orbs, I sold for 70 Chaos for each one, 700 Chaos for 10 Ancient Orbs. Because obviously I had a larger quantity and someone really thought they were going to get a Headhunter, so they spent 700 Chaos getting what was it actually? I got paid in Exalts and Chaos. Um, 5 Exalted Orbs, 15 Chaos for 10 Ancient Orbs. So, you know, everything, if it's in demand and you have a large quantity of it, you can mark that shit up a lot. Because at the time they were like 60 Chaos, so I marked them up by like 10 Chaos over market for having them in large quantity. Right now they're down to 55 Chaos, but if I had 10 of them, I'd still be pricing them at 70 because I know someone's going to be like, I'm going to get a Headhunter, and they're going to be like, here's 10 of them, I'll pay 70 because I'm going to have a Headhunter, and I'm going to get, 100 Exalts for it, so, 70 Chaos a piece, doesn't matter. Um, and then they're going to be really disappointed. But I know every season, Ancient Orbs I sell for a lot. and I save them up till I get, like 10 of them, and then I always sell them for over market price, whatever the market price is, um, because they always sell. Um, anyways, the the Harbinger currency is really hit or miss, and um, you could get a lot of ancient orb shards. It's really hit or miss, but spending 15 an extra 13 chaos on each map, that's going to be an extra 39 chaos to cost on top of, what I would spend, 5 chaos for the polished ones. Are those 3 extra Harbingers for 39 chaos going to result in more than 39 chaos? Probably not, honestly. And I farmed a shit ton of Harbingers last season. I farmed them on nearly every single map because it was a Xana mod for 3 chaos or 4 chaos to add Harbingers. I was adding that shit to every map. I made like a ridiculous amount from Harbingers, but we don't have that this season. We have to buy Scarabs. So um, in this case, I'm gonna wind up buying 3 polished Harbinger Scarabs because it's the best bang for the buck. That 5 chaos per extra map to have, my one extra Harbinger. That's probably not gonna. That probably won't turn out bad for me. I'll probably wind up winning on that over the 3 maps because they're dropping extra currency. But adding 18 chaos per map for the one extra scarab over the 3 for having 4 instead of 3, that's probably not going to be a win for me. That's probably going to cut into my profits instead of adding to them. Um, and that's based on my experience doing thousands of maps with Harbingers. So I'm probably right about this. Um, is there going to be someone that's going to add that one extra Harbinger, and all the Harbingers are going to wind up dropping, multiple shards of exalted orbs and 3 or 4 ancient orb shards? Yeah, but you could also run this map with this modifier, have no exalted orb shards drop, have no ancient orb shards drop. And the thing is, this season, annulment orbs Annulment orbs are 9 chaos. Um, Harbinger's orbs are 7 chaos. And um, yeah, I mean, so you're pretty much banking on ancient orb shard drops and exalted orb shard drops for the main portion of the currency. Um, you could justify going for that one extra Harbinger because everything that it summons is going to drop 3 extra currency shards. But like on Friday on my stream, I didn't get any big drops from my Nemesis monsters drop 3 additional currency shards. It still averaged out in extra currency to over 50 chaos per map. Um, but I didn't get any big drops, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're just not lucky. Um, do I always hope to be lucky? Yes, but that's why I give myself a minimum that I expect to make. On this set of sextants, I'm going to minimum make two exalted orbs worth of currency from this. On a high end, like if I get really lucky, I could probably make 5 or 6, but I'm not going to bank on that. I'm going to say I'll probably make 2. Um, and on top of that, I could do extra stuff, but this is a super dope combination. So what is it that we do with the other stuff? Eventually, you're going to get to a point where you have too many things that are not that great. And what a lot of people do is they go, I know of this one thing or these 2 things that are really good. Like they'll be like, I know the Harbingers and the Nemesis are really dope. So anything that isn't those, I'm going to keep rolling over it. Why is it that I would not do that? The Awakened Sextants are 3 chaos apiece. So the way that I just got them, I can count those 3 maps as 12 chaos invested. So 4 chaos per map as a cost. What happens if I take all of my other sextants and I'm like, none of these were Nemesis monsters or Harbingers. I'm going to reroll all of them. Well, now, in order to get that Nemesis or Harbinger, every single time I reroll, the way you should be thinking about it is that is added cost to whatever one that you are searching for. So if I were to take and re-roll the rest of my sextants, which I've got what 20 extra sextants, even if I re-roll all those one more time, I have added 60 chaos to the cost. So if I supposedly then get one more nemesis, the way I can count that one nemesis run is hey, I now have 60 chaos invested into that map. How are my earnings now? Now I've cut my earnings down to half an exalted orb. The thing is what happens if on that second set of rerolls, I don't get any of the things I'm searching for? Now I'm going into round 3 and I've got 120 chaos invested, almost an exalted orb, and I don't even have the mod that I want. So now I roll again, and now I'm up to 180 chaos invested. Hopefully at this point I hit the one that I want, and then I can be like, I'm 180 chaos in the hole. Now my expected earnings for that modifier by itself is one exalted orb. So I'm hoping that it actually goes on the high end, or I'm still losing currency on it. So now I'm basically in this prayer mode, like, please map, please hit on the high end so I can make something, because I just wasted 180 chaos trying to get this one modifier. That is what you do not want to be doing. This is something a lot of people do. This is something people I've seen recommend. What you want to do, guys, is you want to go for this one mod and keep on hitting sextants until you get it. That is really stupid. I can take any of these mods and I can just run them. And, the most common ones are going to be stuff like this. We got, you can see we got 2 of them on this one. So I'm going to have to swap this with something so that I can even run this and run all 4. Now it's set up so I can run it. So I've got, common stuff on here. I've got the increased pack size, 3 increased pack sizes. Oopsies, did I remove the wrong one? Or was there 4 of them? All right, there we go. So these might not be big money, or actually, well, now I've got Legion on there. These might not be big money. Like, I'm not balling out on these additions. But, oh wait, did I have another Legion? Oh no, I switched the wrong one. So yeah, I was right on this. I don't have any like big money sextants on here, but does that mean that they're not going to provide value for what I've already spent on them? What is it that this is doing? It's adding extra shrine, so there's going to be a bunch of monsters around that. That is more quantity. And it's adding 10, 20, 30 packs of extra monsters. And I've got 12 chaos invested into this, so 4 chaos per map. Running this, all of these extra monsters are going to be giving me, extra drops, extra maps, extra currency, random chances to get stuff. Does this provide something for me? Yes. If I roll over it, did it provide me anything besides the cost? Yeah, it just cost me. So if I'm running maps fast, I can just run these out. Another easy thing that you can do is if you get to a place where you don't have any really good sextants, you can just take and grab 3 of your cheaper maps, or like if you don't have a bunch of really good maps, you can just be like, I need 3 maps for every section. I want to wipe out my sextants and start over. So then you can just speed run all of your sextants out and then start over, which running all of your sextants, you're gonna get currency back. Like, you're not losing currency when you add that much quantity to a map. It's just a lot more RNG. There's not that guaranteed added currency by some of the really good modifiers, but it'll still work out good for you. I hope that this is helpful and gives you a little bit more of an idea of how to do sextant farming, especially if you were one of those people that were rolling over everything. I hope that you saw this video, because it's going to prevent you from turning guaranteed earnings into no earnings or even losing earnings. Thanks for watching. Peace.